I caught my girlfriend of 1 year cheating. I can't seem to let go. Infidelity, hey Reddit eyes plus here. I had been with my girlfriend for about a year. She was from Southern California, but going to school in Northern California. Since June 2013, we had been living together, and things were going great. Before her, I had been single for about 2 years and wasn't looking for a relationship. She, on the other hand, had rarely been single for more than 4 months since she was 16. When we met, neither of us was looking for anything serious, but we couldn't just be friends because of the strong connection we felt. After about 3 months of talking, we started dating. Things moved quickly, and I moved in with her after 6 months. We had our share of drunken arguments, but they were rare. I treated her like a princess, something I couldn't help but do. Her friends and mine always told me how great of a boyfriend I was, and how well I treated her. She often said I was the best thing that ever happened to her. She was the jealous type, although she would never admit it, and often accused me of infidelity, especially given that I worked in an industry with many females. She was in the same industry, so I thought she would understand. I was also somewhat jealous, but it was more of a treat you the same way you treat me kind of jealousy. Having been cheated on in 8 out of 9 past relationships, I had learned to be analytical and cautious. Our story took a turn during Thanksgiving break when she flew down to SoCal to visit her family. Everything seemed normal until her last night there when she went to a club. That night, her texts were different, short and preoccupied. She sent messages accusing me of being with other girls while I was performing at a show. After my set, I tried contacting her, but she didn't respond for hours, which was unusual. She didn't text or call that night, something she always did even just to say goodnight. When she returned to NorCal, she was texting a lot more, and I noticed she was being secretive with her phone. We usually had an open policy with our phones and Facebook, but this time she refused to let me see her phone, saying I should trust her or not be with her. My suspicions grew, but I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. A month passed, and she added a password to her laptop and started logging out of Facebook every time she left it. Despite my suspicions, we were happier than ever, so I tried to let it go. I eventually figured out her phone password but found no incriminating texts. However, during Christmas, she barely contacted me, and when she did, it was short and unusual. On Christmas Eve, while I was out with our mutual friends, she accused me of being rude and suggested I should date them. It was random and out of character for her. When she returned, I became more curious. One night, while she was sleeping, I checked her phone and Facebook. That's when I found messages to another guy. She had been with him during Thanksgiving and Christmas breaks, including Christmas Eve and the last night in SoCal, when she missed her flight because of him. She even saved his number under a female name. I couldn't sleep but decided not to ruin New Year's for us and our friends. After the trip, on our last night, she drunkenly tried breaking up with me over something trivial. That's when I confronted her and broke up with her. The 4-hour drive back and packing my stuff was tough. She wanted to fix things, but also wanted to be single to focus on her career, yet still wanted me around. Despite my rule of never giving exes another chance, I gave her one because we had lived together and I was attached. I set boundaries. She had to change the guy's name in her phone to his real name and stop talking to him. She agreed, but later changed his name to another female name and continued messaging him. She kept telling me she loved me and wanted to fix things, but her actions spoke otherwise. Now I'm back at my old apartment. She texts me saying she misses me, but she's getting drunk with random guys. I know I need to move on, but it's hard. We click in many ways, and she's like my best friend. We're in the same industry and have mutual friends, so cutting her off completely seems impossible. I'm torn and need help figuring out what to do.